Howdy friends, making up a bunch of sheaths, got them all nice and waxed up, got the edges burnished, you can see there, nice and shiny, and I got them all sewed up here, and then I realized I didn't do the back, so I figured this would be a good opportunity just to show off how strong the saddle stitching is. You see I've started putting rivets right here, just because that seems to be the weakest part on the sheaths every time, so with a rivet, it won't pull apart, but I need to get this stitching out so I can go in, stitch this together, and then redo all this. So I got the stitching puller here from Sewing Kit, and we'll cut this first stitch here. Let's get in there. I don't know if you can see that, probably not, but there we go. So the first stitch is cut, and yeah, you see once you get in there, oh, it doesn't move at all. The first couple obviously are going to come out, but once you get right down into the stitching, it doesn't come out at all. Like, look at that. So the trick to good saddle stitching, you can see there, they're knotted together in between, so they're wound around each other, and that creates an interlock as you go. And if you take, I'll do it from the back just in case. If you take one from the outside, it normally doesn't even pull out at all. If I can get that in there. Nice and tight, the way you want it. Come on. There we go. So you see that stitch cut there, and you can't even really get into it. Ugh. So yeah, with proper saddle stitching, even if you do lose a stitch, you'd be hard-pressed to actually open the sheath. Normally I'd put a bolster in there as well, but with the rivets and the exact fit for the crossguard on the knives, I'm not too worried about it coming up and cutting this. But yeah, you can see here, even with that, it still protects the majority of the blade, and that's why I've started adding the rivets there. So even if it does break off there, you're not going to get it open, because you can see down here, like, oh, once again, you can't even get into it. Taking it from the edge, it'll get in, but from the middle of the stitching, you can't. So with a rivet, it's basically indestructible. So there you go. Learn how to do proper saddle stitching if you're ever making leather sheaths. Good luck at whatever you're working on. I'll talk to you guys later.